Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on today's video. As you saw in the title, we're going to be unlocking all of the platinum ARs in Modern Warfare 2. If we switch over to my loadouts here, we can see we have all of the 7 out of the 8 assault rifles unlocked for platinum. As you can see, we have the M4, the TAC-56 or the SCAR, the Kastov 7.62, which is the AK, the 74U variant of the AK, the M16, again the TAC-56, and then the STB. There's always a glitch with this one. You have to press it into the class to see it on the screen. Oh, even then you can't see it. There we go. There's the STB. And then here's the Kastov 545. And then lastly, we have the Lachmann, which is the last unlock for the platinum we have to do. As you can see on screen, we have to do 2 of the Longshots. That's all that's left. Then we have all of the assault rifles unlocked with the platinum. So let's go ahead, jump into a quick game and get this last platinum camo unlocked. After we do this, I will show some great spots on these 6v6 maps in multiplayer that you can farm a lot of long shots per game. So stay tuned for that at the end, and here we go. Alright guys, so here we are jumping into a currently in progress game on Tarak. Now if I'm being honest, this map is pretty insane for long shots. You've got huge lines of sight across the whole map. There's no real small lanes except for the middle of the map. So there's not any like amazing spot here. It's pretty much the whole map. You can't go wrong. If you see this map, definitely get your long shots in. This is a great map to get it done. But I will be showing you some other spots later on. Let's see if we can just get this platinum camo out. Ooh. I'll also go over some essentials that you can put on every assault rifle to help with these long shots. There's certain attachments that help with recoil stability that you do need for these guns if you want to get the long shots in. Try and reposition here. I think they're all on the left side of the map. There's one. We got our teammate. Come on. Oh. There's one. Come on. One more guy. That's all we need. One more enemy. That was the same dude. Ooh, I see some on the radar. Come on. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is all platinum ARs. MW2. Let's go. Love that. Now, unfortunately, we do have to finish this game out. Otherwise, the progress won't save. So I'll see you back in the loading screen once this is done. Alright, guys. Here we are. Game's just finished. Let's go ahead and check out our gold Lachmann. Turning it into platinum. There we go. Officially all assault rifles done. That is a great feeling. Now we can finally move on to the SMGs. Super excited. These camos didn't take too long. I think the long shots were definitely the hardest challenge. You know, you've got your crouch kills, your behind the back kills, your double kills, hip fire kills, ADS kills. Those aren't trouble at all if you just play the game. You know, you can easily get those challenges done. These gold ones, 3 kill streaks 10 times, not too challenging. In the past games, they were normally bloodthirsties, which are 5 kill streaks. So 3 is a lot easier than 5 in my opinion. But yeah, not too bad. And these long shots were definitely the hardest camo to get thus far. And I'll be giving you some tips in just a second with the class setup. But before that, let's do a quick montage of the new platinum camos. Let's roll the clip. Alright guys, so now we're in the part of the video where we're going to go over some essentials in your class setups for your assault rifles when you're going for these long shots. Now first of all, you're going to want a sight or a scope with at least 4x optics. Now although these optics, these mini red dots, the SC Mini, they're a lot cleaner for shorter range engagements. For these long shots, they're not going to do, and they're not going to be as effective. The one I like the most is the Forge Tac Delta 4, super clean. You saw it in the gameplay earlier with the Lachmann. I put it on all the assault rifles. They did a great job for me. And then pretty much, you're going to either want recoil helping attachments. So if you see pros, vertical and horizontal recoil, you want to go with those ones. I do like any of these, RF Crown, the X10 Havoc 90, whichever one you want to do. And then if the barrel allows it, damage range and then also bullet velocity is super important, because at those longer ranges, if your bullet velocity is low, you're not going to get the kill in as many bullets. So you want that high bullet velocity. And then after that, it's pretty much up to you. Let's go ahead and throw a muzzle on here real quick. And then it's up to you. You can either go for a 60 round mag if you feel like you need more ammo when you're mounted going for the long shots. You can either run an underbarrel. I use one that always gives you good aim idle stability, and don't worry about the cons with aimed out sight speed, because for this method you're really going to be leaning and you're going to be mounting up on a lot of surfaces, so that's not as important. Again, with long shots, it's not about rushing the enemy, it's about staying, keeping your distance. And then you can also, if you want, throw on a stock that gives you recoil control. Anything that helps with recoil, you're going to want to slap that on. It's pretty much a no-brainer. But yeah, that's it for the class setups. Now we're going to go around individual maps and show you guys where you can really be farming these long shots on some of the multiplayer maps. So here we go. Alright guys, so we're going to start here off on Embassy, and personally this is the map that I experienced the most success on for getting my long shots. For some reason the enemies were just lining up so perfectly on this map. So if you spawn on this side of the map, on this side of the building, from spawn you're going to go right here, and if they come and peek wide right of their spawn, this is a great place to mount up, get those easy long shots, see that. And if not, if they're peeking the top heady on there, or they're peeking this corner right here, this is your ideal spot. You're going to mount up on either, you can come close if you want to change up the angle a little bit and go for here, the side of this plant, perfect. And once the enemies show their head, you're going to spray them down, get those easy long shots. So that's spot number one. Another great spot, if your team is occupying this part of the map and that spawn, it's very likely that they'll either come from this direction or this direction. So what you can do is, if you know you have a teammate guarding that side of the map, watch this lane down here. Teammates will be helping you from either side, left and right, so you're free to watch this lane. The enemies will love to head glitch on that part of the wall, and then you can just spray them down right here. And also, if you spawn on this side of the map, you can obviously just go up here. Nice line of sight there for some long shots, and obviously the reverse of what I showed before. If you spawn on this side of the map, this is another great place to mount up. You can also come up the ladder here. There you go. It's a bit harder just because your angle isn't as good, but if you go to the corner here, there you go. Top window is also very vulnerable from this position. Taking it down mid, this isn't the best part because this doesn't give you the long shot distance you're looking for. But if you go over to this part of the map, this part of the roofing, and if they're coming on that side of the spawn, you can easily pick them off right there. And then naturally also this line of sight, same as the other side, spray them down right here. And that's going to pretty much do it for Embassy. Now let's hop into the next map. Right guys, so here we are. The next map that I think is really good for long shots is El Asilo. Now, I don't think this is as optimal as Embassy, because this big main building in here is where a lot of the engagements take place, and unfortunately there aren't a lot of long, nice lineups for your long shots. But this is a 3-lane map, so if your teammates are blocking these other sides of the maps here, you can come back to either this car, or you can come back to these crates, and then pick people off if they're coming on the top of that roof there. That is a good spot. You can also come up to the top of this rock, and then you can pick off enemies that are coming out of their spawn. That is a good spot. For me, the ideal and optimal spot for these long shots is right on this roof. If you spawn on this side of the map, you're going to go right here, and this heady is absolutely gorgeous. You're going to mount up, get that extra aiming stability when you mount up. You can pick them off as they're running across the spawn, depending on if they're spawning this side of the building, they can run across, or you obviously have these two windows here, and if you're playing hardpoint, there's a hill in this place, in this building, so your enemies are going to obviously rush to these windows where you can easily pick them off. And if you're getting a bit bored of that spot, or it's not working out for you, mix it up a little bit, come onto this hill. These trees are perfect. They give you mounting opportunities to either side, so just a little bit of variety if your teammates, or if your enemies, sorry, are getting a bit aware of what you're doing. And then conversely, if you come down here into this room, you can easily mount up, boom, boom, boom. Always keep changing up your angles. Try not to stay in the same spot each map, because your enemies will pick you off if they know you're in the same spot each spawn. Now, obviously on this side of the map, this room and this house, if you come out here, the back, top window, super, super good. Just be careful that you're quite visible in this spot, so you can pick them off top hill if they're coming out of this window, even out here. Oh, that's not a long shot, but you get the idea. And then same goes for the other lane. Down here, past this house, you can easily mount up on this tree. If they're top red, you can just boom, boom, boom. If they're down here, you can also pick them off nice and easy. So yeah, El Asilo is another great long shot map. Not as efficient, but still good. Let's move on to the final map that I think is good for long shots in MW2. Just a quick note before we jump in. As I mentioned before in the video, Tarak, I don't really explain it. It's a great open map. You know, your long shots will come super easy. So if you're ever loading up to rack, get those long shots done. It's a great map. But, you know, there's so many spots I don't really need to go over it. But the last map that I do want to go over is Mercado. So let's load up a game here and show you all these good long shot lineups that you can get on Mercado. Right, so here we go. One of the best looking maps, in my opinion, in this map pool so far. I love the colors, very vibrant compared to the other maps. But right off spawn, this is a great little place. Right here, you don't have to go far. This little wall. For some reason, I've got a lot of long shots in this very spot. You mount up, boom, boom, boom. These enemies do not know what hit them. They'll come around the corner, they won't be expecting you to be there. You're mounted up, ready to go, easy long shots. Unfortunately, this alley here isn't long enough for your long shot distance, so that's not ideal, unfortunately. But I think we all know this one's pretty obvious. Up on this truck, boom, boom, boom. You can see them on the heady there. It is a bit tough because they have a lot of cover, but if they're coming around the truck or if they're mid, boom, easy, nice long shots. Obviously, conversely, on the other side, you can do it looking there. And on this side of the map of Mercado, it's not too good, unfortunately. These lines of sight aren't long enough. You come around here, this isn't ideal. But if you come around this corner and there's an enemy in that far window, that does count. This is just long enough, so that's a good spot too. If you can flank him wide right and they're on the left there, that's ideal. And then naturally this one as well. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up all the long shot spots that you should be looking for. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you have any long shot questions, leave them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to help. And I hope you all the best on your Orion grind in MW2. We'll be moving on to the SMGs next, so stay tuned for that platinum video. I can't wait. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.